What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here on the Odd Shopper channel, coming to you with a Wednesday NBA Cup edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me on this video. Goes a long way for you. That way you become a prize whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. First off, thank you, Jordan Klein, so much for filling in. We got producer Jacob back in the fray. Yes, he's a real person. Yes, he does exist. Yes, they do exist. It's almost that M&M commercial time. We got 2 weeks coming up till Christmas. Let's get ourselves some, let's get some lovely Christmas gifts. I don't know why I had to stutter through that. Lindy 50, 50% off the premium Discord, $10 for your first week, or $25 for your first month. Your choice down at the link below. Would love to see you there because we ended up with a lock on Tuesday, and that game starts in half an hour, the Dallas OKC game. So PJ Washington already ruled out, so that ended up coming out not really well in the wash, but don't worry, ended up on a lock. Hopefully that comes to fruition. Real ones know down in the Discord below what that was. Fingers crossed here, because that's just a massive Hulk slam value and found by one of the beautiful people here in the Discord. We'll talk about that here at the midway point, but 2 games, tons to get to here with injury news on both sides of these games. I mean, it's all over the place. Producer Jacob, welcome back. Let's get to the picks. And our day begins here with the Atlanta Hawks taking on the New York Knicks. And pretty much any way you slice it, this is going to be an entertaining game. Atlanta, a team that we've successfully backed, although the public really hasn't over the course of the season, which I find to be kind of curious. We've really picked and choose our spots, both Cleveland spots. That was pretty sharp. That felt pretty good, didn't it? Yeah, that felt good. But 237, it's moved up to 237.5 in some spots. It's at 236.5 other spots. It's super efficient. These lines have been out for more than a day, so it's really hard for me to find any sort of value for you in that department. And 6.5, 7 with the spread here and a couple of the injury pieces, that makes it very difficult here as well. But if you've seen this program before, you probably know the love I have for, I think, 4th year NBA player, former Duke player, Jalen Johnson. The guy does so much on the offensive end, and defense be damned to some extent. Clint Capella gets ripped off the floor here at times, making way for Onyeka Okongwu to close out a lot of these games. And I think against a high-powered Knicks team with a 237 total, you're going to need to put points up on the board. Now, Josh Hart is questionable on the other side of this one for the Knicks, and there's tons of other injury news in this one. Bogdanovic questionable, a ton of ancillary pieces, Keaton Wallace, Dominic Barlow. Barlow been playing a little bit here at times, but overall, none of that really matters. What really matters, the Jalen Johnson Q tag for Atlanta and the Josh Hart Q tag over here for the New York Knicks. I just had a brain fart. But anyway, the more I run the pace metrics in this one, the more I have to be looking here at, again, Jalen Johnson over 24.5 points plus assists. You've probably seen this multiple times here on this program. And when you get Karl Anthony Towns out there, who was questionable for Monday, he ended up playing fantastic if you ended up watching that. But I think that this is a great spot to just invest in some offense. You probably get Cat on Clint Capella a lot, but I could see iterations where Onyeka Okongwu, they get him out on the floor. He can space it and knock down shots. Jalen Johnson, 20 points per game, 5.5 assists per game in the Garden on the road here. Doesn't feel like a very good line to me. Now, this is minus 105 at Bet Rivers. That's ideal because then that's playing almost close to that. Because again, you've coin flip 50-50. He's got 25.5, 25.5. That's pretty good value still, I think. Just doing the hands calculator thing there. What was that? Ben DiNucci? What am I doing? He just got signed. I don't know if anybody saw Tommy DeVito. That's both hands. But we got ourselves an interesting one here at minus 113 on FanDuel. I still think that this is just barely a play for us. We've been betting this all the way up, 22.5, 23.5, 24.5. We've bet a couple of 25.5s in high-paced matchups. And that's kind of what this ends up being. So I'm surprised to see us getting this kind of value. And the chance that Bogdanovic could miss solidifies the minutes a little bit. He can kind of slide into the 3. DeAndre Hunter, he's probable with that right knee. He's been playing really good basketball when on the floor and some of the Atlanta's best lineups overall as well. But you knew where I was going. Jalen Johnson, fire that one up. And fire this up at the link below. If you guys want to get all of my plays week in, week out, day in, day out, well, Lindy 50 gets it to you for 50% off. That $20 for a week turns into $10. That $50 for a month turns into $25 for your first month. Would love to see you guys there. Come kick it. And obviously, locks like Luka Doncic. Real ones know. Hopefully that one comes to fruition here for us tonight. But yeah, I'm always analyzing plays. And yeah, it's really weird NBA slate this week. But overall, we're still finding value, still finding some really good bets. Would love to see you there. Alrighty, y'all. Let's get to the last game. To the main event we go. Golden State taking on Houston, and this opened at 2.5. It's been bet down to 1.5 or 2 in some spots. Golden State, 221 total. It's up to 222.5 most places here now. And why is that? Well, seems as though we have some injury news we really got to mine out of this one. Şengün questionable on the Houston side. Steven Adams questionable. Jae'Sean Tate questionable. Cam Whitmore questionable. Those are all Houston pieces. As for Golden State, Andrew Wiggins popped up as questionable for a hot second, and then Steve Kerr came out and said, wait, guys, he's playing. So if Andrew Wiggins randomly gets scratched here, I'm going to be very, very upset. But I repeat, normally when I record this the night before, these lines have just started to roll out, so we can really identify some value in the marketplace. A lot harder to do the day of. However, again, the Luka Doncic lock over 5.5 first quarter points. Lots of data that goes to suggest that that was a really good play. Shout out again, premium Discord members really coming out with some hot fire. Same guy threw Chris Middleton over 3.5 assists at plus money. I think he had 3 at halftime here. Let's see where he's at. Is he still at 3? Yeah, he's still at 3, but we'll see if he can get it here in this fourth quarter. But we are going to fire something up here, and it's Golden State +2. This is my second favorite play. The Jalen Johnson one I like a little bit more, but we're talking about very slim edges, and I want to get you guys good plays here, but I love that I can go player by player and kind of adjust the slider on what we're expecting for minutes. It is NBA Cup. You have to ramp it up a little bit more for Steph Curry and Draymond Green than what you normally would. This is not a playoff environment. I don't think these players are looking at it as do or die. They're not going to get interviewed after the game if they lose as though they just let down their entire city. But I do think more minutes of Steph Curry is a really good thing for them relative to Fred VanVleet, who's already playing big minutes. Got him in for 36, 37 a night. Jalen Green, right around 33, 34 a night. Jabari Smith, Alperen Şengün, questionable. There's lots of ways where the injury news worked against Houston. If, something unsurprised, like Şengün would be the nuts to end up having him out. That's for sure, if you're backing this with me. But Golden State +2. I wanted to be sure to get a spread here when I could, and finally, it's applicable yet again. So we ended up on the Dallas dog piece, which sucks with PJ Washington out. And that game's just about to start, so I'm going to get out of here. But Golden State +2, I like this one knowing that Houston, lots of things can work in your direction, and I already have this as a pick'em. So nice piece of value here with Golden State. And that does it for a 2-game quick and easy edition of NBA Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Head to that comment section below. Let me know your favorite plays that exist on the board. I promise we got 3 games coming your way for Thursday and NFL Lindy's as well. And then Friday, finally, 7-8 games, I believe it is, on Friday. So looking forward to bringing you more content, but I ran the numbers multiple times here on these games. Just not a ton to do here with pretty efficient numbers. Maybe we find something or mine something out. If you have a recommendation of something I should be taking a look at, or a market, like a first quarter points market, I love to break that stuff down from a data perspective. So would love to see that. Follow me at Eric Lindquist. Thank you, producer Jacob. Until next time, friends, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck with the NBA Cup on Wednesday.